Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, making some really good trades. And yeah, we could see right now, we're not on the Bitcoin chart, but we'll get on it right now. We can see the Bitcoin price is back down to 41,636. We could see that this is also being caused by the markets being pushed down today, as bond yields are currently on the rise, now at 1.879%. So we are almost at the 2% mark right now. And on the, you guys can zoom out a little bit right here, and we could take a look on the macro perspective. We could see that, we have a major macro trend line right now. We've hit resistance many times. I could just outline them right here instead of circling them. We'll just point them out. We have a touch point here back in 1988, and a touch point right here back in 1991, another touch point here in 95. And we could see that steadily over the years, the bond yields have been going lower and lower and lower and lower until that they won't, until they're going to break out and start spiking towards the upside. Now, we did have a push up back in 2018 with the tapering process, and then the bond yield started to rise again. And then the Fed reversed its completely did a 180, and we reversed back down, and they started QE again, and they said, okay, it's not time to raise the rates yet. And then bond yields gradually fell back down to a low of 0.5%. Now, we are back at 1.879, and we are now breaking above this macro trend line on the weekly time frame. Now, is this going to be bad or good for Bitcoin? Well, in my opinion, it's going to be bad, because as we can see, the markets are reacting negatively to the bond yields rising at the moment. And if bond yields keep rising and the markets keep reacting negatively to the bond yields rising, then this is going to push Bitcoin down, because Bitcoin, as much as you guys don't want to believe it, it is strongly correlated to traditional markets. Every time we have a down day on the Dow Jones or on the SP 500, we have a down day on the Bitcoin market as well. Now, even on the updates, sometimes when we have updates, we also have updates in the stock market as well. But most of the time on the down days, when the stock market goes down, Bitcoin will go down as well. So when you look at Bitcoin, you might as well look at the traditional markets and what affects traditional markets, which are right now is rising bond yields. And we can see that gold right now is not selling off too much, right? I was expecting a bigger sell-off in gold, but holding quite nicely. We actually had a nice rise in silver price today, over 50 cents on the dollar. So quite nice rise right there on silver prices. But we'll just have to see what's in store for us. In my opinion, I think this is it. I think this is the time for gold, and this is the time for scarce assets to start rising, and the dollar is gonna start dropping. We did have an update today, however, in the dollar, the DXY kept spiking today, so that's why I said be careful. If the DXY spikes, we are going to have a down day on Bitcoin, which is what happened, because there is an inverse correlation to what happens in the DXY and what happens in Bitcoin. We could see on the 1 hour time frame. I did say when the DXY is going to spike, Bitcoin started slowly bleeding towards the downside. We reached a low of 41,353, and then we had a spike towards the upside to 42,600 before reversing back down. We're down back at 41,844. Now, what I don't like to see too much is the Bitcoin price testing support for too long. As you can see, when the Bitcoin is testing support, a lot of times right here, eventually support kept getting weaker. Then we had a spike towards the upside near Christmas, and then a pump, let everyone know that you've made your gains on Bitcoin, get people into it, and then a reversal back down, testing its support a couple more times before eventually breaking down to a low of 39,436. Now we're back up. Now we're doing the same thing again. Now we're going to keep testing and testing, right? Are we going to be breaking down? Well, we could see that on the daily time frame and the weekly time frame. The daily time frame looks like we found the bottom on Bitcoin, but on the weekly time frame, we haven't found the bottom yet, right? But this doesn't mean that we're in a bear market. Technically, we could still go a little bit lower, maybe as low as 31,000, or maybe even 36,000 to 37,000 before even finding a bottom, right? We're just gonna have to see what happens. I don't like to make ambiguous predictions like this and get people to invest in things that they don't fully understand. always do your own research and do your own analysis before making any trades. Especially with leverage trading. Leverage trading is extremely risky, and we can see right now on the weekly time frame, the Dow Jones has a red dot on the DVSI and a 15 and a -5. We can take a look at Bitcoin as well. Bitcoin on the daily time frame and a 12 and a -4. On the weekly time frame, however, a 9 and a 0. So a little bit better, but you know, I'm not looking forward to what could be happening. As we can see, the momentum waves are still on the way down, and the money flow is still decreasing at the moment. So always keep that in mind, guys. And we still have that big bearish divergence right here, where, you know, a little bit of a higher high and then a significantly lower low on the momentum wave. So definitely take that into consideration when making your trades. A lot of stuff to talk about today. Oil spiking up to $86.61. We are, well, not this chart right here, this one right here. We could see that we did get a little bit of resistance today, as we could see right at the $85 mark, which was our previous high right here. Why is it selecting like this? What's going on with my tools? We could see that right here. We were getting a little bit of resistance a couple times before finally getting rejected down, which we had took a pretty big dive when we had that Omicron news and people started panicking again and pricing in oil like we weren't going to use it anymore, and we got to dive all the way down to $62 a barrel, eventually coming back up to $85 a barrel a couple weeks later. So if you guys make some trades on oil, congratulations, you deserve those gains. And we can see right now, if we push back above these levels right here, then we're going to be looking to make some new 52-week highs. Going to be looking forward towards that. We got, you know, $100 a barrel for oil is near. I think we're going to reach it within this quarter. Honestly, inflation's out of control. The Fed is too late to raise rates, as they are always. And we're just going to see what the consequences of that is going to be. Well, we know what's going to be. It's going to be gold and scarce assets going up, and it's going to be the dollar dropping in. So the dollar finding a big hole and just falling through. And we can see probably some nice trend lines right here for oil. If you guys want to see more trades like this, definitely join the Discord. I post my stock trades there and my index trades there as well. Right now we're in a bit of a pickle for the Russell 2000. I did enter a trade right here at the bottom of this purple box that I've drawn. I was expecting a bounce right here, potentially maybe coming back up to 21.51, at which point I would exit. We did get a bounce today on the 1 hour time frame. As we could see, we did get a bit of a dip. We came back up to 21.23. You could have exited your position, even set some stop losses, but I was holding on for the time being and expecting maybe a sharp rise up towards the upside, but we'll see what happens. I have set my stop loss now at 20.63 at the time of speaking. I'm going to update you guys in the Discord right now, right after this video. But if we get to these if we get back down to these levels, which is this previous low right here, I'm going to be stopped out, 40% loss. Not a big deal. I don't trade with my entire account, neither should you. You should trade in small amounts, and that's what I do. It's been pretty successful so far. Anyways, you guys have a wonderful night. Make some really good trades. Definitely join the Discord, and I love you guys. Peace.